of this waste was recycled. The rest was incinerated, adding to our carbon dioxide emission. Stephen Seah traded his stable career for a more noble pursuit: to use the slimy creature to teach children solve the food waste problem. These Eisenia foetida worms can convert some 15 tons of vegetable waste into 10 tons of top-grade fertilizers every month. Plants that absorb the nutrients from such fertilizers grow bigger at a faster rate. These worms munch on microbes, a microorganism that breaks down food. In the worm's digestive system, the microbes are further decomposed and coated with plant hormones. They are eventually discharged as worm cast. These worms have helped a local mushroom farm eliminate its waste problem. Heaps of organic mushroom waste, once thrown out, is now turned into fertilizers.
We do not need, big bioreactors, all this. Just use whatever there is nature has to offer, which in this case is the worms. Yeah, because they have been here for millions of years. So there must be usage for them, otherwise nature will have actually made them extinct. So yeah, going back to basics is something I believe in doing.
Stephen hopes these students can better appreciate nature's goodness after learning about the worm's usefulness. He has introduced this curriculum to about 50 schools in Singapore. He's also trying to get the children and canteen vendors to recycle pre-cooked food waste.
They will actually have a trail to actually know, okay, the food from the canteen or the horticultural waste gets converted to fertilizers in front of their very eyes. It doesn't go into the dustbin and they forget about everything. Let them know what Mother Nature has instead of PS3s and computer games.
It's a very smart idea and it helps reducing, recycling and reusing.
I like worms because they are eco-friendly, they don't harm the environment.
Educating the next generation is important, but solving our current food waste issue is even more pressing. This food waste piles up every day at the Singapore's Pasir Panjang wholesale market as sellers discard spoilt vegetables for hygiene and aesthetic reasons. Stephen is now discussing with Singapore's National Environment Agency on ways to recycle them.
If you were to actually incinerate, the veggies and all this, it gets into the landfill and it's not returned back to the environment. But when you do vermicomposting, what you're doing is actually you're converting one medium to another medium, much more useful purpose, which is high-grade fertilizers.
For now, the plan to convert waste vegetables to fertilizers will be on the drawing board till 2012. Stephen needs to wait for his worms to grow in number and secure a bigger space to house his team of hard-working workers. Brilliant ideas are no more than a paper exercise or vision if they are not realized. Turning them into sustainable solutions is entirely in our hands. We can help turn these ideas into sustainable solutions through conscious efforts.
What can we do to reduce this? I don't have the answers, but people really need to think more about the fact that food, even though it is sold to them probably too cheap, has actually have a steep price because it requires a lot to grow, including a lot of resources and including some resources that are not completely renewable. So think about it twice.
As consumers of food, we are very powerful people by making the right choices.